Are you guys seeing this right here? SoFi's back over $24 a share. And happy Monday, by the way. What a better way to kick off the week. I mean, this stock's up over 1% now in the midst of a red day for the overall stock market. So look, we're going to break down SoFi, the charts, and we're going to break down the indexes and some other stocks that are moving right now. But first, guys, come on, hit that like button, make sure to subscribe, join the email stock newsletter, and check out my Patreon for my portfolio updates. All those links are right down below. And with that being said, let's dive into it. So right now it's almost 1 p.m. on the East Coast, so we're pretty much smack dab in the middle of the day, and SoFi, like I said, is over $24, slightly. I mean, we hit 24.11, so we're not like at 24.75 or something, but we're breaking over $24. We hit 24.11 just about 30 minutes ago, and the stock's up 1% again in the midst of a red day. I mean, look, the S&P, if I pull this up, is not down a lot. I mean, it's not like it's crashing or anything, but it's down 0.16%. QQQ's down, the NASDAQ 100 ETF, 0.3%, where the Dow's down, or as the Dow's down, about 0.1%, 40 points, and the Russell actually is up. The Russell has been holding up. We covered that actually in my morning video. It was up, I think, 0.4% this morning. It's down from that point, but still, it is up 0.25%. Not bad, not bad on a day where the other indexes are in the red, right? So not a great day for stocks, but again, SoFi is moving and grooving, guys. It keeps on defying the laws of gravity, and we're officially now breaking out of the highs. I mean, look, we have been from Friday. Friday we hit and closed at about $23.75. We hit just under $24 just prior to close on Friday, so we were able to break out of that point, which is great for the bulls. And now you guys can see, if I draw this trend line out on the 5-day 5-minute chart, you guys are noticing, all right, hold on a second, SoFi here, it kind of looks like we're approaching a multi-day resistance. We are at 24.50. Do you guys see this? That's kind of where we struggled all last week, and I think on Wednesday last week we hit 24.50. So this is a big spot. We kind of have a cup and handle forming. You guys see right here, cup and handle on the 5-day 5-minute. That's a big spot, or a big chart, or pattern rather, to watch out for moving forward this week. The cup and handle, and on this 30-minute time frame. Hold on a second. What is that? That's an inverse head and shoulders. Do you guys see that right here? Pretty much clear as day, right? Inverse head and shoulders, which honestly could have already played out kind of, but if this fully plays out, we get the breakout on the cup and handle, we start pushing over $24.25, this could start to go, especially if we take 24.50 out, which again was that high from Wednesday. So to kick off this week, guys, Monday, brand new week, SoFi looks strong. We're testing the highs from last week. We put in a higher low here, which is another thing worth mentioning. Let me actually get the circle tool out. You guys can see higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. All these higher lows are being put in. You're noticing that. And we put another one in this morning. And we're bouncing off these moving averages. Now to complete this, the ideal thing for the bulls would be, okay, now that we're putting in these higher lows, we have the cup and handle, let's take $24 out, $24.10, $24.50. That would be ideal here for the bulls. So I'm going to set my alert at $24, and let's do 15. We'll do that, $24.15. I'll do another one at $24.50. Let's do that right now, $24.50. All right. So we'll see what happens at that point. And again, I think if we take this out, SoFi could be going, dare I say, to all-time highs, which is nuts. It's nuts. Saying that, well, actually not too nuts to me, because I'm not surprised. I've been buying the stock since the single digits. I'm not surprised. This is why I was buying it. because I knew it was going to be a $20 plus stock. Here we are. I'm not surprised, but it's nuts. It's kind of nuts how fast this thing has moved. That you can say is kind of nuts. It went from $8 back in April. Now we've pretty much tripled up, right? From what? 8 to 16, 16 to 24. You know what I mean? So it's gone up a lot. It's gone up a lot from $8 to $24. But look, if we pull up this max chart, all-time highs are only at $28. We're almost there. I mean, look, if we get another big move, if this stock moves just 15 more percent, which is not that crazy considering how much it's already gone up, if it goes up another 15% from where it is now to $28, just like that, we're at all-time highs. Just like that. And again, it's not guaranteed. Nothing's guaranteed, especially in the stock market, guys. Please believe that. But you know, it's looking more and more likely, especially if we get this breakout that we're talking about. That's kind of it's kind of forming, if you will, based on what I'm seeing. I'm curious what you guys are seeing, though. Let me know in the comments. And by the way, if you haven't hit that like button yet, hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. I appreciate you all, as always, for tuning in. So let me show you now some other stocks. We looked at the indexes. All right, we get it. Some red, a little green in the Russell, whatever. We talked about Sofi, which now is up 1.1%. We're actually building even more momentum as we're making this video. You guys see right here. And we kind of also have a cup and handle on the intraday chart. Let's see how that plays out. But other than SoFi, we have some other movers. A lot of other movers at that. Duolingo keeps on going, up another 11%. So you guys can see Duolingo kind of saw, I mean, not kind of, it did, saw insane price action. This thing went from $335 all the way to $470 right after earnings. Talk about a heck of a trading opportunity. We called this out to a T, right? And I hope you guys took your profits, because look, it then gave back all the gains and some. We went from 470 after being at 335. We went from 335 to 470, right back down to 305. We went all the way to 305. And now we're back to 365. So this thing has been a roller coaster. It's back up another 12%. Kind of still on a downtrend. I mean, this thing is not breaking out really. I mean, yeah, it's up 12%, but we're still kind of under this 180 SMA. So I'm not getting too excited about Duolingo again until we're able to really start to see momentum. I'd say back over maybe $400, $385. What do you guys think about that? But DUOL, definitely a mover today. Definitely worth watching. Same with Novo Nordisk. This is one that I started buying about a week or two ago. I bought the $45 in the money December 17th, 2027 calls, which I'm up 25-30% on right now. I bought those, and I bought straight up shares under $50 a share. I bought at like $48.49, bought more at $50 just a couple days ago. Then we got news on Friday, which we can touch upon right now very quickly, that Wegovy got approved by the FDA for the treatment of adults with non-cirrhotic MASH with moderate to advanced liver fibrosis. So we're not going to dive into the nitty-gritty of all that. Quite frankly, I'm not a doctor, not a scientist, so it's not really even worth me going into and giving you guys my take on that. But that's big news overall from a business perspective, right? Them being approved by the FDA for the treatment of adults with what we just said, right? So that's big. Very, very big news, and that caused the stock. I'm not sure if you saw, but on Friday, it caused the stock to go berserk after hours. If we pull up the 5-day, 5-minute, this thing went from, it closed at what? 52.35, 40-ish on Friday, so just about $52 a share it closed on Friday. Then we got the news, boom, it got all the way to $56.50 after the bell. Then we sold off a bit today in the pre-market, all right, But overall, man, the momentum's continuing, right? We're in the mid 50s now on the 5-day, 5-minute. This looks bullish as ever on NVO. And we're not fully breaking out, let's say, on the 4-hour chart. I mean, look, we're still under the 180 SMA. And I'm not oblivious to the fact that we're still on a downtrend. I mean, look, we are still technically in a downtrend, which is why I'm not, going all in on NVO yet. I'm scaling in slowly. I got some options, right? Buying shares slowly here. So I'm doing that because we're not fully breaking out yet. We could be going lower, but it's gotten low enough to the point where I feel comfortable starting to buy. I was looking at this stock months ago, but I wasn't comfortable buying in the 80s, right? In the low hundreds. I wanted something lower, and then when we dumped from $72 all the way to $45 in about a week or two, I was like, all right, now might be the time. And here we are. And we can see on the, let's say, the 3-year chart. Let's pull this up. I mean, this thing is so beaten down. And on the max chart, it looks phenomenal still. Does this not look good? I mean, this was a much needed collapse, if you will, on the stock. It just got way too hot to 150. So I'm happy with where I'm building this out at, my position. I haven't bought more this week yet, but I'm planning on buying more NVO. Maybe if it cools off a bit after this news we got about Wegovy, let's say it dumps back down to like 50, 52 bucks. All right, I'll buy some more there. But yeah, overall, man, that's kind of what I'm doing with NVO. A little update on Sofi, the indexes. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Feel free to run the likes up, subscribe, join my Patreon for my portfolio updates. I post those weekly, multiple times a week, and you guys get to see how I'm building my portfolio with thousands of dollars a month, guys. We're investing, buying options, buying smart long-term investments. We're not gambling. We're not doing stupid crap in there. Maybe a little puts, some puts here and there to hedge some positions. We win some, lose some, but you get to see how I'm running a real portfolio, right? So if you're interested, check it out. No pressure, obviously. I don't care if you join, guys, but it's down there. I'll catch you all in the next video.